called her baby name predictions, and if Francesca Farago isn't naming her baby's piano in Idlewild, what are these boy-girl twins going to be? Francesca rose to fame appearing on 3 different reality television shows and now has 6.2 million followers, and more recently has been in the spotlight with her partner Jessie because the baby names they like but won't be using includes Lovely, Lemon, Lazarus, Baby Blue, Baby Orca, Piano, Novel, Coven, Ethereal, Idlewild, Elixir, Labyrinth, and more. I rewatched their videos to identify which names Francesca and Jessie both like the most, the very top names being Afternoon and Story. They almost didn't share this information because they were so close to using these names, and that is extremely significant information for us. Now with this, I can now return to the original master list and pick out which of these names may have sort of something in common with those top favorites. It could be the sound, but it's more so the vibe. Now my most important name data set is complete. You guys, this makes complete sense. I don't know how to say it, so I'll sing it in a song. No, I will share it in a visually complex mood board. Afternoon, Astoria, Rhapsody, Shadow, Scholar, Odyssey, Alchemy, Evergreen, November, Romance, Euphoria, Idlewild, Adventure, Evening, Prosper, Traveler. I suppose you could define it as dark academia meets the opulence of European art history, moody storytelling, and lasting impressions. And we know that Francesca and Jessie are unlikely to use a name that's already named, yet looking at the names that are already names on their list show that same quality. These are people of epics, mythology. There's Aristotle all the way down to Rocky, starring Sylvester Stallone. His famous steps were at the Philadelphia Museum of Art with its Greek Revival architecture, within which you'll find many original pieces from these exact artists. You could go to the 3rd floor today and find the 400-year-old The Finding of Moses by Rembrandt. Meanwhile, my mood board has 2 others of his works, which may be the best encapsulation of Francesca's name style of all. Rembrandt's Saskia as Flora, and Aristotle with bust of Homer. Aristotle being the Greek scholar that made their baby name list, and the painting features a stone bust of Homer who wrote what we now know as the novel called The Odyssey, which is about the adventures of a traveler returning home. Meanwhile, Saskia as Flora has more notes of romance, heart, and loveliness, as Saskia is Rembrandt's wife. That's his Dutch baby, his darling, his Valentine, dressed up to be painted as Flora, a goddess from ethereal mythology and history like unto Octavia, Wilhelmina, and Calliope. And what these paintings have in common is the iconic Rembrandt's light, where there's an impactful contrast of warm golden light and heavy shadows. At this point, I realized I should double check Francesca's social media to make sure I'm not veering too far off the vibe path. She described her baby shower as a European dream, and the theme is Greek mythology. I knew Romeo and Juliet fit the vibe, but I didn't know it was also the name of the dog. I now have big confidence and a feeling or state of intense excitement or happiness. Yeah, I just defined euphoria. Based on all of this, I would love to see the twins named Reverie and Gallivant. To be lost in daydream, to travel for pleasure. I think the best predictions will be long names with nickname potential. And while Francesca said she wouldn't be using the name Evergreen with the nickname Ever because Taylor Frankie Paul already has a baby named Forever Pregnant with the nickname Ever, Reverie could be Ever, or there's a lot of other different nicknames. Francesca could go with Renaissance and Atlantic, Divine and Camelot, Amethyst and Grandeur. Amethyst is a purple quartz and a maiden of Greek mythology who turned into stone, and Grandeur as a boy's name just completely aligns thematically with every person, painting, and place we've discussed. Florentine and Cavalry, Remember and Roamings. Even though Francesca likes really uncommon names, her nickname preferences still lean on trend for 2024. Makes Remy and Ro perfect. Rococo and Horizon. Coco is the it name of the moment. This is art. Window and Excalibur. Here's the thing. Window is the perfect example of a word that sounds really nice when you remove its context, and honestly, even within its real world definition, a window symbolizes freedom, escapism, and light, and tell me where the problem is. It's a painting by Rembrandt called A Scholar by the Windows. Probably Aristotle again. Or do a little swap to Eventide and Winsome, Serenade and Beckoning, Capulet and Architect, Morning and Highland. Jessie had mentioned the desire for an homage to their father's name Leland, and with that name meaning Meadowland, I think Morning and Highland convey many of the same vibes and sounds. Persephone and Corinthian, or Amoret and Rembrandt. Amoret is a somewhat obsolete word from Middle English, meaning an amorous, lovely girl, a love token, or a love song, and that combination is just too perfectly all of this. And now here's my full list of predictions in order of confidence, and hello to everyone who skipped to the end of the video and missed my philosophical awakenings. Remember, Grandeur, Reverie, Rembrandt, Renaissance, Amethyst, Florentine, Rococo, Capulet, Horizon, Morning, Gallivant, Atlantic, Divine, Camelot, Cavalry, Winsome, Amoret, Eventide, Architect, Island, Persephone, Serenade, Beckoning, Roamings, Excalibur, Window, Corinthian. What do you think?